when we look at our surroundings, we perceive things, yes? We perceive trees, we perceive rivers, we perceive cars moving, okay? We perceive a lot of different things, a lot of different phenomena, okay? So take, for example, you walk into a library and you look at a shelf. You may see some books, yes? And you are looking at the books. You are perceiving the books, you are watching the books. Information is coming from the books to your eyes. And and then it's going into your brains and you analyzing what you are perceiving. So when the information reaches your mind from your perception, then you are beginning to think. And there are two main ways of thinking, qualitatively and quantitatively, using words. The words based on the language that you speak. All right. Qualitatively would be things like, there are books. That's what you are saying. Green books, blue, you're seeing blue, you're seeing white, you're seeing yellow, you're seeing orange. Some are lying down, some are standing. New books, smooth group, arrangement and form. So all this is qualitative thinking. So you might say in your mind, oh, I am seeing green books. Okay. There are books that are lying down. All right. That's qualitative. But at the same time, you are quantifying, because I'm certain that you will be differentiating between this group and that group. So once you say this group and that group, then there's a sequence you are actually counting. So that's quantitative analysis, and it's automatically happening because you are differentiating between the two groups. Take note of the word two. So here the word two is creeping in. That's quantitative reasoning, quantitative thinking. You will say in your mind a group of 3 books. 1, 2, 3. So while you are saying green books lying down, you are automatically counting 1, 2, 3. So you are both qualifying and quantifying at the same time, and that happens to everybody. You might say, well, another group of 6 books, because you're saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You might say 3 lying down, 3 standing up. The 3 now is from quantifying, because you're differentiating one book from the next. 1, 2, 3. You might be looking at the edges. You might starting to count the edges, 12 edges. You might look at the weight. You might see the books are heavy. Okay. You might look at the length. So all this is quantitative analyzing. So we are both qualifying and quantifying at the same time. And this is happening in the mind, All right. Take note of that. However, to communicate your idea that we're thinking, you can actually speak out what you are saying using words, or you can write what you are saying, and then you have to create symbols now for what you are thinking. So you may be thinking 3 books and 6 books are equal to 9 books. That's quantitative because you are counting and you're using words. And these words now can be translated to symbols. THREE, the number 3, the numeral 3, and B for books, and the symbol for and is plus in arithmetic, and 6 books is equal to, here's the symbol for it, and 9 books. So this statement, 3 books and 6 books are equal to 9 books. Here it is in symbolic form, 3 books plus 6 books is equal to 9 books. So you can actually see the mathematics translating words to symbols. Now, instead of B for books, you could use the letter X, the very famous X that we always see in a mathematics algebra class. 3x plus 6x is equal to 9x. So automatically now, that X there represents books. Okay, so anytime you see the letter X, it represents something real, something that you may perceive. Okay, anytime you see the letter X. So if somebody asks you, what is X? Then all you have to say, I don't know what is X. X is what you want it to be, okay? So if you want X to be books, then it is books. If you want X to be another thing, here it is, for example, you may say 8 faces and 12 edges, right? You may count the faces and you may count the edges, and you may say 8 faces and 12 edges. You may use F for faces and E for edges. 8F plus 12E. 8 faces plus 12 edges. Now, to differentiate between the different characteristic of the book, F and E, you may use X and Y. X for faces and Y for edges. So here now, that very same X means faces. Up there, it means books. X, it means, here it means faces. So therefore now, if someone asks you what is X, you don't know, it is based on what you define it to be. So here X is books and here X is faces. 8X plus 12Y. And here now, Y now is used for edges. Okay, so therefore in conclusion, every symbol you see in an equation represents a potential real-life variable. The entire equation sets out to describe the relationship between them in the real world phenomenon. Very commonly, you will see them as X and Y. So in a nutshell, anytime you see X and Y, just think of something it can be in the real world. Here X is faces and Y is edges. Here X is books. So X could mean anything based on what you want it to be, because what math does is translate from the real to the symbolic form. Okay? From the real to words to symbols, and that's mathematics. So anytime you see X, just think of something it represents. Okay?